mind you, neighbors. At least I hope it'll be a good morning for you. Swaggy Man Piper here, 1926. Smoking a newly acquired, can't see it, BC, which is a Butcher can. Fresh off the eBay line. Nice panel billiard, square shank. I didn't have one, so, and I've always kind of looked at the panel billiards, thought they looked kind of nice, kind of neat. In it is some Arctic gas, I believe is how you pronounce that. Not a bad little blend. Be better a little more in the fall, a little bit cooler weather. But, it is what it is. On my way to Lexington. And if I play my cards right, I'm going to try and slide in and see Dad before I head back toward the house. But we'll see how all that plays out. But we went yesterday to see my wife Sand, Sissy, or Sissy is what everyone calls her. And I'd had some tomatoes for her, but sitting there talking, just kind of rehashing some of the people I used to deal with. And my wife and I have both at one time or another worked at the little local grocery store. And the man who originally run the grocery store, he was a very, how can you say it? He was extremely tight. Like, tight enough you can, hand him $1, he could grind it down to a dime. Kind of tight. Or take a piece of coal and press it into a dime, and you all get the idea. But he, whenever he opened that store, my grandfather was working in the original store that was there, and then the owner had sold it to Mr. Forth and his brother. So my Papaw spent, I'm thinking around 30 years there. And so, being that the fact, and it being a small, we're not even considered a town, really. Anytime I've ever heard the little area that I live in, it's always been referred to as the village. But, everyone, especially then, everyone knew everybody or knew of everybody. And Mom and my uncle would speak of it more than I can, but if you did something bad or wrong during that day, say it's a summer day, and you did something, got yourself in trouble, it would beat you home or to the store, to Papaw or anything like that. Now, my mother's maiden name is Shug, and I tell you that because Mr. Forth he knew my name, but he never called me by my name. He said, "Oh, well, there goes little Bill Shug," which was my grandfather's name. Now, as tight as he was about as sweet or sweeter than his wife, Miss Jane. Now, Miss Jane was a very nice lady. Didn't put up with a whole lot. And we was talking, and I remember at the time I was either bagging her groceries or ringing them out through the cash register. And Gene, if he went in there, he was if he walked in there, he basically went in on business. Because even if he walked in with Miss Jane, he would still go sneaking around, essentially checking on the store, checking on the workers, making sure nobody's basically shirking work. And she found him, or he found her, or however, and they wound up in my line. And he just grinned and said, "Look at there, do you know who that's little Bill Shug right there?" She said, whirled up to him and looked at him with one eye kind of closed and the other half open and said, "I know who he is. He's been carrying my groceries out for years. Don't you think I know who he is? Why don't you go back outside to the van and sit down? Just go." Which is something you just didn't say, especially to him. But Miss Jane kept a good tight leash on him. Or my favorite is, and I wasn't running register, I was stocking shelves or something. And she had gotten two bottles of ketchup or two, something like that, meaningless things. And he looked down at the buggy and looked up at her and said, "Are you sure we need 2 of these?" And Miss Jane caught him a look and said, "Do you do the cooking at the house?" "No." "Take yourself back to that van. Go sit out there. I'll be done when I'm done." I love that woman. Oh, gracious. The people that have passed your ways, past my ways. I don't know if you've all ever experienced an individual as that. But folks, take care of yourselves now. I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I'm almost to my job. Be sure and have yourself a good day. And remember, it costs us nothing to be kind.